Greetings, my friends. Sit ye down, and hear tales of the past, told by the ancient flame. There are many tellings of these stories. This one's mine. The secret name of Ra. Before we speak of the secret name of Ra, I advise you hear the 5 extra days of Thoth. It can be found below. In those distant days, when the world was still young and the gods walked amongst men, Ra ruled both heaven and earth. He was mighty beyond all telling, for the light of creation itself dwelt within him. His words shaped the seasons, his breath stirred the winds, and his great eye shone upon the lands of Egypt, blessing them with life. None could oppose him, for he held within his heart a secret name, a word older than time itself, spoken by none but he who was self-begotten. That name was the root of his power, and as long as it remained unspoken, his dominion was unshaken. But there was one who looked upon Ra with eyes of wonder and longing. Isis, the great lady of enchantments, who was born of Nut and Geb on the stolen days, yet still walked the earth in mortal form. She was wise beyond measure, for she had listened to the whispering of the waters and learned the hidden paths of power. Still her heart was restless. She saw Ra's glory and desired to be his equal, nay, his superior, to hold knowledge as deep and strength as pure as his. She had also foreseen a time when such power would be needed. She knew that only with such knowledge could she shield her future son and her future people from death and darkness. Now, Ra had grown old on the throne of the land. Though his might remained vast, age had touched him. Each day he walked abroad, followed by the gods of his company, and as he spoke, his breath fell upon the earth. Where that breath touched the dust, Isis followed after. She gathered the divine moisture and mixed it with the clay of the ground. With cunning craft, she shaped it into the form of a serpent, long and coiled, and breathed over it words of dark enchantment. The clay shivered and stirred, and life came into it. A living serpent filled with a hidden venom. Then Isis laid the creature upon the path where Ra would pass, and it waited, unseen in the sunlight. When the hour came, Ra walked forth as was his custom. The gods were about him, and the earth bowed beneath his step. But as he came upon the place where the serpent lay, it struck at him, driving its fangs deep into his foot. The poison entered into his body, burning like fire and freezing like ice. A cry burst from his lips, so loud it was heard across all the heavens. The gods gathered around him in fear, saying, "What has befallen thee, O divine father?" But Ra could not answer. His lips trembled, his teeth chattered, and his heart was filled with pain. At last he spoke, his voice faint like wind in the reeds. "Something unseen has wounded me. It is no fire, yet it burns. It is no water, yet I am cold as death. My strength fails me, and I know not what is the cause. Bring to me my children, that they may speak words of power, for the poison of death runs in my veins." The gods hastened to obey, and among them came Isis, veiling her face lest her cunning be revealed. She knelt before Ra and spoke gently, saying, "Father of the gods, thou who art greater than heaven and earth, who has dared to wound thee? Tell me, and I will weave my spells to drive away the pain." Ra groaned and answered, "I am the maker of all things. I formed the mountains, and I filled the seas, and I made the Nile to rise in its season. I am Khepra at the dawn, Ra at the height of day, and Atum at the setting sun. Yet this poison burns in me still, and I cannot overcome it." Then Isis spoke softly, though her heart was firm as stone. "Thy words are mighty, O Ra, yet they bring thee no healing. The venom will not depart until thy secret name is spoken. Give me that name, and by its power I shall restore thee." Ra was silent, for his divine heart trembled. Never before had he revealed that which was hidden in the depths of his being. He turned his gaze to the heavens and said, "I am the creator of the world. When I opened my eyes, there is light. When I close them, there is darkness. My name is Ra." Isis leaned in closer and spoke softer still. "No, divine father, your secret name." "My secret name was given to me by Nun, that which came before, and none know it, not gods nor men." But still the poison tormented Ra, rising through his body like a storm tide. Isis merely waited, watching the agony of the sun god. At last Ra's will was broken by suffering, and he called out, saying, "Let my secret name pass from my heart into thine, that I may be healed." The world darkened, and Ra vanished from sight, and all creation held its breath. Then the name of power, the hidden essence of the sun god, left his heart and entered the heart of Isis. She felt its fire and its glory surge within her, and she spoke the words of healing. "O venom from Ra, come forth from his body, flow from his mouth and fall upon the ground and perish. By the name that was spoken at the first dawn, by the power that now lives in me, I command thee, poison, begone." At her command, the venom faded. Ra's pain ceased, and his strength returned. He rose again in splendor, shining upon gods and men as before. But the world now was forever changed, for Isis held the secret name of Ra within her heart. By her wisdom and her courage, she had gained a power none had ever known, and she became the greatest of all the goddesses, the mighty mistress of magic and queen of heaven. Thus ends the tale of how Isis won the hidden name of Ra, not by force of might, but by cunning of spirit and strength of will. And with that, my friends, I grow weary, and so bid you good night.